What happened to let me become a performer? I started singing in my little club where I used to go to in Cardiff. They have some talent shows, so I entered a few talent shows. And a friend of mine, he said, well, I'm forming a group, and would you like to be the singer? Well, I went and tried that. I joined the police force from 83 to 85. Now, they told me when I joined the police force, I could carry on singing on a Saturday and Sunday. But as soon as I went to the training college, they said, you can't sing anymore, that's it, because it's moonlighting. In those days, it wasn't allowed. I said to the inspector, I said, I'm thinking of going professional singing. And he said, yes, you should, I think you should. Now, I still haven't worked out whether he thought I was a brilliant singer or a terrible policeman.
He's always been at the top of his career and has worked really, really hard, and is highly respected by audiences and colleagues throughout the business, really.
He's got the loudest voice. People say I'm a quiet man, which I am, but Robert Craig is a little bit louder than me.
We actually met Robert through Facebook, I think it was. Yeah. I think it was through Facebook, and we actually booked us for a show over here. It was actually this theatre that we first met face to face with Robert, and did a small show here, about half an hour, I think, of a show.
That's where the friendships picked up from, innit, really?
So, yeah, we've known him for 6 months, and we're pretty good friends now.
I never really thought about doing the wrong thing. Maybe it was a bit blasé. It's just work was there. I mean, the first month I worked, in the May of 85, out of 31 days, I worked 28 nights. That's how work was in those days. Club work has always been the bread and butter. The cruising was brilliant work on top of it, where you saw the world, met some brilliant people, played with 8, 10-piece bands, excellent audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do, look at the camera. It's the camera. I thought you don't wear glasses. You do realise you've ruined your street cred now. 70s and 80s, 6:30 at night, they'd be queuing outside to come into the venues because the big stars were there. And when I talk about the big stars, I'm talking about Ronnie, Dukes and Lee, Cannon and Ball, Little and Large, all the people in the comedians, the singers. I mean, Shirley Bassey be on at a place in Rotherham, Greaseboro Club, for a week. You know, Bob Monkhouse there for a week in a club.
We came in on the Saturday night before we started work on the Sunday, and the concert room was full. There was a turn on, bingo. Everybody sits in the usual seat, type of thing. If you went in by 8:30, there wasn't a seat left.
Help me out. Only the good die young. It seems like only the good die young. Only the good die young.
I think the thing of entertaining is, well, it's the word. Entertain your audiences. Don't just sing to them. It's like when singers sing a song. You can sing a song, or you can sing a song. You have to portray that song. You've got to give it over. What has he got that I haven't got? Handsome. Oh, dandruff. Dandruff. Handsome. Tell you what, you've just got to go like that, you. The way audiences have changed over the years, and I can understand this, because when I was young, if your grandfather or your father went to a workman's club, you followed him in. You went there, you joined the club, and then you'd go and watch the entertainment. From around about, I think, the early 90s, maybe a little bit before, the kids, as I call the 16, 17, 18-year-olds, they didn't start coming to the clubs. They preferred to go into the town, spend £4.50 on a little bottle of, or half a pint of lager, instead of going to clubs. It wasn't the done thing. You were old-fashioned. So I don't know how it suddenly changed.
You still see his live show today. The ladies are still throwing their knickers at him.
Is it Ted Brucey?
No.
Oh.
Who is it? Who said then? Thank goodness for that, because last night somebody shouted Ken Dodd.
Over the last 10 years, I've said to myself on numerous occasions, you know, it's 5 years. There's 5 years left in it. Unfortunately, now in 2015, I don't think there is 5 years left.
The younger ones, they struggle to save up to get a mortgage, and then they're paying the mortgage, so they don't come out like such as I did Me and Al did, even when we'd got a young family, we're still out most Saturdays.
Whereas you used to go into a room and there was 200 people, and you could get lost in it. You're performing to 300 people, but now those 300 people in the same venue stayed the same, but now there's 40 people, and you've got to, eye contact is very difficult with them.
Nowadays, I think people tend to socialise with their friends in the houses because it's so much cheaper buying drinks from the supermarket.
Only good die young. Only good die young. Now Amy had eventually gotten out of rehab. Ava Cassidy and Whitney taught the angels how to sing.
Clubland, I think, unfortunately, it's like vaudeville was 20 years ago. Unfortunately, it's dying. I don't think live entertainment will ever die, though. It just keeps changing face. And I keep trying to keep up with it.
It's very sad about the working men's clubs, because you see them and you go past them to go to another venue or whatever, and you see them boarded up.
There's a lot of venues closing down, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's a lot of venues. But it's down to the acts that are performing live to keep it, keep it going. We encourage young people to pick up a guitar or a keyboard or anything like that and just get out there and play, because it's them that's going to keep them clubs open.
It has changed. Clubs are closed because of this, but there's still quite a few going, and I still think it's healthy. It's not nowhere near as healthy as it was in the 60s and 70s when they had the stars of the clubs. I mean, the main thing in clubs those days were the artists. But nowadays, the main thing in the clubs, unfortunately, is the bingo, and you fit in round the bingo. But it's still a good job. And when you have a good night, it's brilliant. And when you come out some nights and you thought it's not a brilliant night, but someone says to you, really enjoyed you, son, that makes it for you. That's what you do. That's why you entertain.
You know, he celebrated his birthday last
He celebrates?
Celebrated his birthday.
Oh.
47 years.
You're 47?
47.
And what?
Years in the business.
People have said to me, why are you putting these shows on at the little theatre? It's just my own little baby. It's just something I want to do. I want to prove that there's still artists around and that you can put variety shows on for the general public. It mightn't go on for the next 20 years, but I think at this moment in time, people want to see something like this. We shall see. There's nothing better than being entertained, having a laugh, listening to a song, watching a pianist, anything. Before we finish off today, ladies and gentlemen, and I will say this from the bottom of my heart, it's been a pleasure to entertain you for the last, we've done about 10, 15 shows, I can't remember how many it was, 10 shows maybe. And I thank you all very much for your support. I will always wear it. The one thing I will say about cabaret now, it is not dead. It is definitely not dead. There's some fantastic performers. Go along to your clubs, go along to your theatres, see these artists. There are some brilliantly talented artists around this country. I could put shows on at the Doncaster Little Theatre where we're doing them now, every week, and put different artists on who will entertain a crowd for 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 acts, brilliant. That's what we want, variety, entertainment. I'm sure it's not dead, and it never ever will be dead.
I burned all your pictures, I packed all your things to try to get you out of my head. And I deleted your number, I don't want to ring, I'd rather talk to strangers instead. But it seems to be working, I have to confess, 'cause babe, as far as I